lot has been said about Batman v Superman over the years. Some people love it, others hate it. Like most, I'm somewhere in between. But this video isn't about criticizing the movie. Instead, I'm gonna offer a completely different version, reimagining a whole other movie. What if it was more like World's Finest? A movie where Batman and Superman team up and work together to save the day. Well, time to explore what a movie like this could have been. So, the movie takes place 1 year after Man of Steel. I'll start by exploring both Superman and Batman, explaining their arcs, before diving into how the movie would play out. My version of Superman has more of a hopeful ideology and stronger morals than Snyder's version. In a way, he's like the MCU's Captain America. A truly good person that is still complex and interesting without being a boring stick in the mud. We see that Superman enjoys being the hero. Superman is the man of tomorrow. He believes that he can lead by example, help the people of Earth change, and adapt his strong morals and optimism. It's something that Superman is actively trying to achieve. We need to see Superman being active, being the driving force of the movie. His actions will inspire others to see hope. But not everything is going smoothly for the Man of Tomorrow. Superman struggles with the purpose of Clark Kent. Is there a point to be a reporter and pretend to be normal when he can be Superman 24/7? How can he achieve his goals if he must split his life into two different beings? In a way, he's questioning his humanity. He's not a god, he was raised as a human, and he can't ignore his emotions. With all of his powers, his greatest strength is his humanity. Superman also struggles with his love for Lois. He can be himself with her, but how can they be together when he has this epic scale of responsibility to the world? And throughout the movie, he will understand that he needs Lois because she is his connection to humanity. Batman has his own identity crisis. A few months before the events of Man of Steel, the Joker killed Robin. Bruce dedicated his whole life to becoming Batman, a symbol of hope for the people of Gotham. But losing Robin crushed Batman's belief system. He allowed Robin to share his burden, and that got him killed. Batman was so angry that he put Joker in a coma. He almost broke his one rule. Now, Batman is afraid that he might finally snap and start killing. But he can't stop being Batman since Gotham needs him. And this is why Batman needs Superman. He needs to regain hope, to believe that there is still good in this world. And for Superman, Batman is the challenge. He must find a way to shine his light on the Dark Knight, help him change and find his way again. Also, I won't be including Wonder Woman or any of the other members of the Justice League. There's simply no room for them, and I don't want to shoehorn in characters just for the sake of it. This is Superman and Batman's movie. The Justice League will come later. Okay, so now that we've established why Superman and Batman need to team up, let's talk about what the villain wants. First of all, I won't be using this Lex Luthor. Yeah, forget about this version, let's use this one instead. Oh yeah, that's much better. Lex wants Superman to be this godlike being who is beyond humanity. He believes that a true savior must be impartial, someone who cannot be compromised by human emotion. Throughout the movie, Lex tests Superman, determining if he can be the hero Lex envisions. But because of Superman's humanity and love for Lois, Lex sees him as a sanctimonious hypocrite that can't be trusted.
These threats are real. Someone had to take control. Someone has to protect the world.
And so, Lex plants the seed that Superman is dangerous. Lex suggests that world leaders must have some deterrent against Superman. In the process, Batman and Lois learn about Lex's plans and they both investigate him separately. And in case it wasn't clear by now, this version of Batman isn't planning on killing Superman. Instead, he wants to protect him from Lex Luthor. Batman is a man who lost hope, and he's trying to protect Superman, who is the living embodiment of hope, from Lex, who represents cynicism and suspiciousness. But Lex is 10 steps ahead of everyone else since he already has the deterrent. Remember that big terraforming spider machine from Man of Steel? Well, after the battle in Metropolis, Superman attempted to move the world engine from the South Indian Ocean. But the machine terraformed the water and the rocks around it, creating kryptonite. Superman simply couldn't move the machine because the kryptonite made him weaker. This is why he made a deal with the government, asking them to guard the area. When Lex learned that something can weaken Superman, he immediately offered to build a base around the terraforming machine. While Superman destroyed the world engine, the most important part of it remained intact. And that is the Kryptonian computer that's inside it. Lex was able to access the computer's database and learn how Kryptonian tech works. And that is how Lex was able to create Metallo. I decided not to use Doomsday because it is way too early to introduce him. Metallo is a much more fitting villain for this movie. In my version, John Corbin worked for Luthor's security, and he was severely injured during the battle in Metropolis. Lex was able to save his life, and with Kryptonian tech, he transforms John's body into this nanotech machine. Metallo blames Superman for his injuries, so he wants to kill him, which makes him the perfect minion for Luthor. Also, Superman moved the scout ship from Metropolis because why would he leave it in the middle of the city? He took the ship to the Arctic and it became his fortress of solitude. Okay, so I'm not going to describe every single scene in this made-up movie, but I will talk about some key moments. Let's start with the first meeting between Superman and Batman. Throughout the first act, Batman will investigate Lex, and at a certain point he breaks into Lex's office and ends up confronting him. The two have an ideological talk about Superman, showcasing their two very different points of view. But then Lex's security team shows up and they try to kill Batman. We see Batman in action as he takes down the security team. This leads to a Batmobile chase in the streets of Metropolis. Batman goes on a road rage because he is very, very angry. During their talk earlier, Lex brought up Robin's death and the fact that Batman has failed as a hero. So Robin's death keeps flashing before his eyes, and he takes out his anger on Lex's security team. Before things get too ugly, Superman shows up and stops both Batman and the security team. Superman and Batman have a talk. Clark used his reporting skills to learn about what happened to Robin. Superman says that he too knows what it means to lose someone like that, referring to his dad Jonathan, who he couldn't save. Also, during this exchange, Superman uses his X-ray vision to find out that Batman is Bruce Wayne. But one thing leads to another, and we get a fight between Batman and Superman. It's nothing like the fight in BVS. It's a smaller fight. Batman isn't trying to kill Superman. Batman knows that Superman can take the punishment, which allows him to vent all of his anger at him. It's also Batman's way to test Superman's strengths and weaknesses. At some point, Superman gets fed up with the attack and goes on the offensive. He doesn't fly Batman through walls or anything like that, but he's no pushover either. This leads to Batman pulling out a piece of kryptonite that he stole from Lex. In my version, Superman doesn't lose his powers when exposed to kryptonite. He just gets weaker the longer he's around the green rocks. The confusion opens the door for Batman to jump in the Batmobile and drive off. I know this kinda makes Batman look like a coward for running off like that, but he does it because he understands that he lost control and he needs to leave before he does something terrible. Another key moment is the big turning point of the movie. Lex Luthor holds a fundraising event which marks the 1-year anniversary of the Metropolis battle, and all the major players are involved. Clark and Bruce have a more positive talk this time around. Bruce reveals that he used his detective brilliance to learn Clark's secret identity, but he covered it all up so no one else finds out who he really is, which is the first step that establishes the trust between the two heroes. Lex doesn't know their secret identities, by the way. During the event, there is a news report that a nuclear power plant on the other side of the world is having a reactor meltdown. At the same time, the fundraising event is attacked by terrorists who take everyone hostage. This was all orchestrated by Lex. He forces Superman to make a choice. Lois's life is in immediate danger, but if that power plant blows up, millions of lives will be lost. Lex believes that a perfect super being must follow the mentality that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. But that's not who Superman is. It's a terrible choice, but he decides to save Lois first. This leads to the first team-up between Superman and Batman, as the two work awkwardly to take down the terrorists. Although Batman is angry with Superman for not going to stop a possible nuclear disaster immediately. After this, Superman flies at supersonic speed to prevent the reactor meltdown, but he doesn't get there in time. He's too late. The power plant was never actually going to explode. Lex never wanted any casualties. It was all part of the test, and Superman has failed it. But this moment also serves as a turning point for Superman. Even he has his limits. He can't be everywhere at once. This is why he needs to trust other heroes like Batman to share his burden and help him save the world. After all of this, Lois confronts Lex since she knows that he's responsible for it all. But Lex simply threatens Lois, asking her if Superman will burn down the world if anything should happen to her. Once Superman learns about this, he gets angry and goes to confront Lex. During this scene, Lex tells Superman that he was testing him and that Superman has proven time and time again that he cannot be trusted. Right then, Metallo attacks. At first, Superman holds his ground. But with the kryptonite in Metallo's chest, he gets weaker, and Metallo is able to overpower him. However, Lex doesn't let Metallo kill Superman. Lex can deactivate Metallo's nanites with the press of a button. Since Lex is a super genius, it would be pretty dumb of him to create a monster he can't control. Lois realizes that something is wrong, so she seeks out Batman and asks for his help. And yeah, Clark totally told Lois that Batman is Bruce Wayne. Superman finds himself in a room filled with kryptonite. Lex is planning to put a kryptonite bomb next to Superman's heart. He doesn't want to kill or control Superman, but he needs a contingency plan in case Superman ever goes rogue. But just before Lex can plant the bomb, the Batman shows up. We get a fight scene similar to the warehouse scene from BVS, only this time Batman saves Superman. And this brings us to the climax. As Batman helps Superman recover, Lex kidnaps Lois and takes her to the World Engine base. Batman uses his tech to build Superman a new suit, mixing it with Kryptonian nanotech. This suit should protect Superman from exposure to kryptonite. Then the world's finest go save Lois and stop Lex. We see Superman and Batman working together as they fight against Lex's army that protects the World Engine base. Once they get inside, they face off against Metallo, who is now pretty much this nanotech monster. During this battle, Metallo destroys Superman's new suit, exposing him to the kryptonite radiation. Superman is barely able to stand with him being so weak from the kryptonite, but he still fights to protect Lois and Batman. At some point in the movie, Batman used his tech to hack into Lex's database. He found out about the device that can deactivate Metallo, and so Batman goes after Lex, and during their fight, the device ends up in Lois's hands. Just as Metallo is about to kill Superman, Lois uses the device and stops Metallo, which is a nice twist because it's usually Superman who saves Lois. Superman and Batman confront Lex and take him down. While this happens, Metallo uploads himself to the World Engine computer and he initiates a self-destruct sequence planning to blow up the World Engine base. The explosion is going to be so powerful that it could cause a giant tsunami. Batman gets flashes of Robin's death, remembering how powerless he was to stop it. He won't let it happen again. Superman must not die. Batman hacks into the Kryptonian computer, trying to delay the explosion. To everyone's surprise, Lex helps him because if the base blows up, he dies too. And he is too selfish to die like that. Since the World Engine base is full of people, Superman begins to grab as many people as he can and fly them to safety. Lex reveals that the World Engine base has thrusters for some plot-convenient reasons, so they activate them and lift the base from the water. Superman is weak from all the kryptonite, but he's still able to fly back and forth, saving everyone on the base, including Lois and Lex. Luthor is surprised that Superman saves him after all he did to him. Superman then joins Batman and helps to push the ticking bomb faster into space, telling Batman to eject before it blows. Superman attempts to talk to Metallo, help him see his humanity and come back from the darkness. But it's too late. He's more machine than man now. The closer Superman gets to the yellow sun, the stronger he gets. He uses all of his power to throw the World Engine base into space. Just before Metallo blows up, Superman saves Batman from the explosion. The massive explosion lights up the sky, but Superman and Batman survive, saving the day together. In the end, Lex is captured and imprisoned, but he has powerful friends in high places, so he won't stay in jail for long. Superman finally accepts his human side as he understands that he can't be the hero he wants to be without it. His love and connection to Lois is what keeps him human. Batman regains his hope with Superman's help. While he can't forgive himself for Robin's death, he's able to move forward, once again be the hero Gotham needs. The movie ends with Superman and Batman on a rooftop. This is the start of a beautiful friendship. Sure, the two will have their conflicts in the future, but Batman and Superman were always friends at their core. Superman gives Batman the kryptonite bomb Lex created, saying that while Luthor's perspective is wrong, he can't be naive. If he ever ends up being compromised, there is no one else he trusts more with this kryptonite than Batman. And this is the ultimate sign of trust between both heroes. And that's the movie. The post-credits scene will show that Brainiac is coming to Earth. He will be the villain in the Justice League movie. So, if you want to see that version, let me know and we will explore what a completely different version of Justice League could have looked like. So what do you think about all this? Would you want to see a movie like this? Do you want more videos that reimagine movies? Let me know. Please be so kind as to drop a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more cool videos.